Our Hebrew brothers and sisters, 12 tribe of Israel scattered all over the globe. This is your Ray, Yeshu, Ben, Uriah, Israel, and we welcome you back. Now, this session, we're going to name it Part 6B. And remember in the last session, in the previous session, we talked about the word behold, and we say it was a Hebrew word made up of 3 letters, Chet, Bob, and He. And we talk about the fact that it means to mentally perceive, to have a vision of or behold, to look, to select, to prophesy. And the word is used in the sense of the real sight of Yahuwah's divine presence. Okay, so we're going to continue in verse 8. And we want us to look at the second letter. And the second letter that we're going to look on is the word desolations. Desolations. Let me read the verse again so we have a bearing and understanding, so we can be systematically move on to what we've been trying to say here. So in verse 8, bear with me, please. Okay, Psalm 46, verse 8. Come, behold, the works of Yahuwah, what desolation he hath made in the earth. Okay, so we talk about desolation here now. Okay, and this is another word that we need to look into because it means a whole lot of things. Okay, again, remember, have your pen and your note papers or notepads ready to write down some of this word. This word comes from another Hebrew word, Shama. Shama. In English is spelled Shammah. The Hebrew word is Shama. And the 3 letters that make up this word is Shin, Mem, and He. Right? And it derived from another word, Shamim or Shamim. Okay, in English it's spelled Shamem, but the word is Hebrew word Shamim. And let me say it again, Shamim. And it is made up of letter Shin, Mem, Yod, some people say Yad, and Samek. And the word meaning to waste, to ruin, or astonishment. Let's write this verse down because we're not going to turn to them now, but write them down because these are very important words because of the usage. We're trying to show the different usage of the word in this verse in Psalm 46:8. Deuteronomy 28:37. Remember, in Deuteronomy chapter 28, the first several verses deal with the blessings that Yahuwah was going to give our ancestors if they obey, and then the next part of half of that chapter deals with the curse, okay, and what would happen to them in the world if they did not obey. So Deuteronomy 28, verse 37, Then also Jeremiah 8:21. Write them down, please. And then Jeremiah 19:8 and Jeremiah 25 verses 9 and 18. Okay? And then also Jeremiah 51:37. So we're talking about the word waste there, as astonishment. Okay, so when we talk about appallment or consternation or horror or desolation, we look at Psalm 73 and verse 19. Psalm 73 and verse 19. So please remember to write these down. You can go back and check them. Listen, in verse 19, Psalm 73, verse 19, say, how are they brought into desolation, as in a moment they are utterly consumed with terror. So these are some of the words right here, okay? That in this you talk about horror, consternation and horror and desolation. Okay, look at Isaiah 5 verse 9. Okay, write that down too, because it emphasizes spectacles of the desolation. The spectacle of the desolation, and then also the reaction which that causes. What kind of reaction it caused, the desolation caused. And you see that in there, okay? The third word that we want to look at in verse 8 is the word made. And this word comes from another Hebrew word, swoon. S in English, you could spell it S-U-W-N. But the word is soon, okay? Soon, or seen, S-I-Y-M. So this word means to set, to establish, to erect, to plant, to set down, or to lay in, or to make, to constitute, to appoint, to turn. This is one of the most common Hebrew verb in the Torah or in our Hebrew Bible. Some people refer to it as the Old Testament, but I don't say anything old about it. But sometimes we refer to it also as the Tanakh. Okay, it is used at least 575 times, and the basic meaning is to put something somewhere. The various cluster into the various meanings cluster into 6 sets, and we're going to look at these 6 sets before the session runs out. Okay, first one is to make in or to be placed into a location. Genesis chapter 1 verse 8. You remember when YAHUAH created the world, it set everything into order, right? All right, Leviticus 8:8, 1 Samuel 17:54, and also 2 Kings 21:4. So please write them down. Genesis 1:8, Leviticus 8:8, 1 Samuel 17:54, 2 Kings 21:4, and that is the first set. Okay, the second set is to attempt, to appoint rather, to appoint people in positions. And the verse for that the verses for that is 2 Samuel 17:25, 1 Chronicles 11:25, and also we see the third set is to establish a new relationship. That's Genesis 21:18, and then Judges 1:28, and the fourth set is to assign something to someone, like we see in 2 Samuel 23:5 and Psalm 19:4. You remember, it started out, the heaven declares the glory of Yahuwah, the firmament stretches his handiwork, and it went on, and started to talk about the fact that lose my thought here. A matter of fact, let's read from verse 1. The heaven declares the glory of Yahuwah, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day utter speech, night unto night showeth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where the voice is not heard. And then in verse 4 it said, their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. He said, in them hath he set a tabernacles for the sun. And then you can just read on and on and on, and but I don't have time to go through all of the verses there. But so look with me then as we deal with this. So we talk about Psalm 19, and okay, look with me in look back with me. Let me go back a little bit here. Look at 2 Samuel 5. We asked to write that down. So look back with me though. Look back with me at 2 Samuel 23:5. Second, we're going to take time to look at this verse right here. 2 Samuel 23:5. This is what he said. So David and his men went. No. I'm reading the wrong one. I'm sorry about that. I apologize. I'm reading the one wrong. This is why I need some assistance so I can keep my thought. 2 Samuel 23 and verse 5. Listen what he said here. Although my house be not so with Yahuwah, yet he hath made with me an everlasting covenant, ordered in all things, and sure, for this is all my salvation and all my desire, although he make it not to grow. So if you read over, we'll talk about these were basically David's last words. He was speaking there, okay? Those were his last words. And a matter of fact, if you start at verse 4, it says, he shall be as the light of the morning when the sun riseth up, even the morning without clouds, as the tender grass springing out of the earth by clear shining after them. Although my house be not so with Yahuwah, yet he hath made with me an everlasting covenant. So Yahuwah made a covenant with them. We're going to stop here, my brothers and my sisters. Walk with the King.